want to say hi, everybody in Video Land? If you're listening to this on the podcast, you may be watching this a day later. We don't know. So good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, good afternoon. No, it's not good morning. It's just hello.
Just be regular. Don't talk to the fucking thing.
He's looking at me. I gotta look at myself.
It's a game show.
This is
welcome, folks.
Welcome to my life.
He's got his game show.
We are Dad So Hard. What do I say? I can't say good morning anymore. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
There you go.
We are Dad So Hard. I'm Vinnie Dunleavy.
Danny McCartney.
Daniel Bronsky.
And we forgot to. And we're joined by Dan Does. Let me just introduce yourself. Welcome.
You guys left me some space.
Give him a dramatic spot.
It is middle of. It's the beginning of June. I think I get in a time warp when I come here, and I lose all
the
sense.
the middle of April again.
I was like, it's January.
It's the middle of.
I have no clue what it is.
How funny was that?
I enter this building, and it is like a time zone. I don't know where I am. I run across the street. Anyway, I got here, and that's what's important.
That's true.
There was. We're gonna jump into a couple topics. We have a big show today.
Yep.
Thank you everybody for. These are my notes. I went retro. I went
Awesome.
retro, and I did notes like you used to do.
I know. I stopped doing that.
Well, that's because you went to Dunkin' Donuts today instead of your Starbucks. And Danny, tell us, why did you go to Dunkin' Donuts today?
Because I am a T-Mobile subscriber.
Subscriber, T-Mobile customer. Which would mean you're a
You could say subscriber.
Yeah, because they call it subs. There's subs up, there's subs down. Yeah, subs are up.
Yeah.
Danny McCartney, T-Mobile subscriber.
One of like 5 in America that have T-Mobile.
Free. No, you crazy? It's like the second biggest.
No, it's the 4th.
No,
You have Verizon,
AT&T.
Sprint.
Sprint's not.
No,
before
Sprint is
T-Mobile now.
below.
Oh, really?
Aren't they together now?
And T-Mobile, they just got approved for them to buy it.
Yeah.
Well, that's a little business talk for you.
Yeah.
T-Mobile is basically right on AT&T's heels.
All right. Well, I have some
Like,
trivia
ready to
for you.
pass.
Do you know what T-Mobile was called before T-Mobile?
How long ago is this?
Listen, I don't want to date myself,
15 years ago.
but my first cell phone was from a company
Okay,
in
I'm gonna go
Singular.
1998.
Next
Singular
tel.
was AT&T.
And correct, both of you. This is
What did
circa
you say?
1988.
I said Nextel.
I will actually
Sprint.
give this like early 2000s. If somebody wants to debate me, want to give the answer,
Oh,
but it was
fuck.
early 2000s.
Tell me the letter it starts with.
V.
VTech.
No. Voice Stream.
I wouldn't know
What?
that.
Voice Stream was purchased by T-Mobile, and originally I was a Voice Stream customer. It was
Wow.
dirt cheap.
I was
for a
Virgin
college
Mobile.
student. Yeah. That there were a lot of before the government allowed them all to gobble each other up.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
they were more.
Yeah. So T-Mobile Tuesdays, I get a free medium latte Dunkin' Donuts.
Which is if we record on Tuesdays, switches your Starbucks prep.
And this episode is brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts and T-Mobile.
And so somebody asked me, and I'm not going to say her name on this on the podcast, but I did get a number of requests to ask us if our sponsors were real. Because last time in my big allergy attack when we threw out a Zyrtec throw,
That was
I got a couple.
Brought
Of
to
these,
you by.
yeah, I was like, "Do you guys really have Zyrtec as a sponsor?" And I was like, "Try the discount code and tell me."
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't any of these companies walk into your local Dunkin' Donuts and say, "Yo, 10% off, Dad's So Hard." Tell us if it works.
Can you type in code DSH?
Yeah.
Free small cold coffee,
Yeah.
not iced cold.
Cold, yeah.
I think it makes it funnier though that we made it sound serious. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't laugh
It's great,
at
it's
it.
great.
Like, oh, could you imagine?
Listen, we're legit. We're too legit to
Now we
quit.
are.
Yeah.
I'll get back into the real
Right.
sponsorship.
Once the joke hit with someone, like,
Yeah.
then we can laugh about it.
Insane. So today's episode, we're gonna talk a little bit about what's going on in Danny's life with some really early Father's Day events,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna talk. We have a new baby in the Dad So Hard family, and then there's some other things I want to throw into. But first, I have to tell a quick story that I forgot to mention, Danny, when I got here. And this is just again about how we in this podcast, we want to thank everybody for listening and telling your friends and family about us. So this past weekend in Port Washington, there was a thing called Harbor Fest, like downtown festival for food. And Emily and I went, in my effort this summer to try to get myself better in shape, I signed up to join the Coastal Paddlers Organization. And you asked me what that is. That is a way
Like a Coast Guard?
no, it's a kayak and paddleboard group. It's
Paddleboard's awesome.
Yeah, so instead of owning it, I can go now to the local beaches and I got a $50 discount.
So it's like city bike for
Exactly,
kayaks.
$300 for the season. I go at any time for free and get a paddleboard and a kayak at
That's
the
actually
beach,
pretty awesome.
which is awesome, right? And then you get a 2-seater, so I can bring my kids on it.
I gotta see if they have that in OBI.
It was really nice. So I went down on. So the day before, I talked to the guy at the beach, and he's like, "Oh, come to Harbor Fest. I'm gonna get a discount." So I go to Harbor Fest and talk. Now, after at the beach, this is the point story. So he's like, "Oh, just follow us on Instagram and Twitter." So I get on my phone. I said, "Thanks." Go on Instagram, go on Twitter, follow my personal account. And then I was like, I need all the loves. Go on the Dad So Hard accounts, and I follow him back.
Well played.
So the next day I go to Harbor Fest, and the people who run Coastal Paddlers, shout out, they're great, very laid back. What you can imagine New York surfers are like. This guy JB, very cool.
JB, of
Look
course.
forward to seeing
Shout out
him
JB.
all summer. So we walk up, and I was like, hey, he's, oh, I remember you. Sign up. In the sign up process, when I write my name on it, he's like, wait, Dad So Hard podcast?
No.
Fucking awesome.
So I was with Shane and Emily. Shane's in his own La La Land. Emily was like completely in shock.
Are you famous?
She was like, "Duh, duh." So
Is she proud?
we signed up. The guy he gave me a t-shirt. I guess every sign up, get a t-shirt and a hat. She was wearing the hat.
T-shirt.
So later on that night, what?
Oh.
Oh, I didn't have any on me, but I'm gonna definitely
Always
look
gotta
to
carry a backpack full of
Yeah.
T-shirts.
Well, we're gonna
I
be-
do.
that and fucking postcards. Like, I mean, please. But we're getting new t-shirts also this summer, so watch out. We have red ones. We have the gray shirts. They're still for sale. If
Oh
anybody
yeah,
wants one.
that's the perfect
Or if you
time to
see
promote
Danny
one.
or Daniel, you should just stop them and ask them for a shirt. Look, we're gonna show it out in the video. Here, the video. That's our current shirt, gray, all sizes except for small.
I was gonna
And-
throw it, but then I realized I'd probably cover the camera.
So later on that night, we go for a walk, and Emily, we're walking with Emily, and she's like, "Dad," she's like, "Today, man, it was crazy. Like your podcast, you're sort of famous."
Oh my
And
God.
I was like, "Yes, Emily, yes." And she goes, "That guy listened to it." Now I didn't want to burst your bubble to say, I don't know if you listened to it or just recognized his follow on Instagram, and like it was like I did it 2 minutes after talking to him.
Yeah.
So, but then what happened later on? That was a Saturday night. Over the course of the weekend, every time we ran into somebody, and I was telling the story, she said, "Wait, everybody, I have a story." So we were at the festival. We were signing up for the canoe, and this guy said to my dad, "That's our podcast." He like listened to it, like he's sort of famous.
Did you tell them that you inserted?
No, I was like, yeah, he did. I guess he's a
Fucking
follower.
that's the way you ride.
Yeah, and he saw my name, and he was like, "Yo, I know that name, Vinnie Dunleavy. Yeah, that's so hard."
That's amazing.
So thank you for following, listening, and if you're in the North Shore, go to Coastal Paddlers. It's a great
Ask for
organization.
JB.
I'll tag them, ask for JB, and
We are Dad So Famous.
and follow and like them on all platforms. So and that's my dad. That's my dad job for the summer. I'm trying to get my
Pretty
girl out on a paddleboard or a canoe.
I like that.
Um,
Work on that core.
So Danny,
Yeah.
I thought this was a little confusing to me
Right.
about a week ago on social media, on both of Danny, your wife's personal handle,
Mm-hmm.
your personal
Mhm.
handle. Nothing for some reason on our Dad's So Hard handle because
False.
did you
Oh,
put it on?
no,
No,
I
yeah, yeah.
I told you I don't put the personal pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, I do.
False. False.
You have done?
I put the thing on it that he made.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
All
And
right.
then you immediately pushed it down with another ridiculous post.
Oh, yeah. Well, because my confidence in you on social media right now is this big.
Ooh.
So you do more. That's what I'm gonna
All right,
change.
well, I am.
But
And
well, I got confused by it because
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it was a throwback post.
Yeah,
It's
I
Father's
understand
Day. So currently it is June 4th.
It is June 4th.
Father's Day is June 16th.
Yeah.
About approximately on May 24th,
May 30th.
May 30th, which is about 2.5 weeks prior to Father's Day, Danny.
Yeah.
What happened in your life?
At Brady's preschool, they celebrated Father's Day. But you will appreciate this because his last day is tomorrow, is June 5th.
Wait, preschool is now. Does that mean
Just
they're switching to camp,
Um,
or do they switch to? He's still in
yeah,
preschool.
yeah. So they end early, and they do a summer camp. I think that starts in like July or like end of June, something like that. But the last day is June 5th, and they make sure that they celebrate dads. So they do it the week before the last day of school.
Right.
Otherwise, they just celebrate Mother's Day and they don't celebrate Father's Day.
That's fair.
Do they celebrate
It's
all
like
June birthdays?
I was
for
gonna
kids
say
in
it's
class?
kind of like if you have a July or an August
You
birthday.
move it up.
in June, you're like, okay, can we have cupcakes for my birthday?
But is there not camp in? Like, what is he going back? Like, because my son's school, like, they end and then they switch to like a camp
He is
schedule.
doing
So
something,
essentially
but
the
it's
same.
not with this. It's not through this school.
So in order to acknowledge the parents who are paying for it, they said, let's bring the dads in 3 weeks early.
I don't even think it's about like a camp thing.
Yeah.
I think it's just that they know school's ending.
And they want to do
Father's
Father's Day because
They
it's
want to
3
acknowledge
weeks
Father's
away.
Day.
They're not. Did they do a 4th of July party?
No, but that's different. I don't know.
Yes.
I think it's specifically because they have one for Mother's Day.
Yeah, they can't leave out the dads. You should be happy about this.
I think it's remarkable, but it is. It's just confusing because you don't do like in the summer. There's other holidays.
But you don't have to make up for it. Like, who are you?
Yeah, they're not trying.
You're
to
not compensating it because like you have to do mothers and fathers.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So it was good. It was a lot of fun. We had donuts for dad. They call it. So
it's
we had
themed.
some donuts. Yeah.
So
Mother's
your
Day might have
dad-
been muffins for mom. Who the hell knows?
Muffin tops.
Yeah.
Muffin tops for mom, donuts for
Oh.
dads. I mean,
But it was good. Had some donuts. He showed me all the artwork that he made.
what was their favorite piece of?
Oh, the
dad
part that
artwork?
was like, like my dad. So it was like my dad's 5 years
Is that? I
old.
think that's actually what you posted.
That is. This is my dad's 5 years old. My dad likes to eat octopus, which he likes octopus, so like he associates.
I thought that was
yeah.
confusing. I thought it was more on the backside of that word, the puss.
Nice.
And then he just added the octa.
Yeah.
Like he heard you talking about it so much. He's like, my dad likes puss.
He did say my dad's hair is black, which is not true.
Not true, but close enough.
Wait,
Dark
what do you
brown.
mean?
It's dark
You
brown.
have black hair.
It's dark brown.
Brown.
But
you have black.
he was pretty close.
No, I have dark. I actually have dark brown hair. It's the gel that makes it black.
My dad's favorite color is blue. True. And my favorite part was when he said my dad likes to wear, and he said rainbow shirts.
Correct. I love that. I
So
love
spot
it.
on.
That's so spot
He
on.
doesn't know the word for tie-dye yet, but yeah.
That's great.
I was torn between.
And
And
apparently I like to cook carrots.
and what is the other? You love the it's tie dyes.
I like
and,
to watch baseball.
No,
and then,
well, no,
the
the rainbow-
new pants and new shoes.
But what's the other? What's the other shirt you? It's the I got you.
Oh,
one.
with animal faces?
No,
Oh, Hawaiian shirts.
Hawaiian shirts are the other shirt. So I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
it was
yeah.
a tie between. If you asked me your favorite shirt, I would have said Hawaiian. I would have went
Totally.
Hawaiian versus
Yeah,
rainbow. What rainbow is tie dye?
yeah.
I thought he was being very LGBTQ friendly.
No,
And celebrating Pride a month early. He celebrated
Sure.
Father's Day a month early.
Might
My
as well.
dad's a big supporter.
Yeah.
We
Kill
love our
two
LGBTQ
birds with one
fans.
stone, really.
Correct. You're really a multifaceted father.
Yeah.
So
Well, there was a mom there, and I was like, huh, I wonder.
Hmm.
But then I overheard her saying that like the dad couldn't get out of work or something like that. So.
wait, there was a. Well, I would assume all moms were there. No, your wife didn't go.
Oh, just dads.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Wait, for the Father's Day celebration, the only people who showed up were the wives didn't come to see
No.
the dad.
Well,
Dads
dads
don't
dads
go for
didn't
Mother's
go for
Day.
Mother's Day.
Yeah. Well,
No?
well, so neither of my kids had Mother's and Father's Day celebrations
Alright,
in
so it's
school,
fine.
so that doesn't matter. But on all other events, we try to go together. But I would think if there was a Father's Day event, my wife would. I'm trying to think about this. I think she would go just to support.
They all must have known it was just the dads invited.
It was
no,
dad, yeah, because
no
you don't
other-
want to overshadow the dads with the moms being there.
Yeah, but the moms want to cry over how I guess the mothers. I would feel like I'd go to the Mother's Day. I could see the mothers being like, "F you, I do everything."
Why
and I
would you
don't
want to go to the Mother's Day?
to see my kids get my wife stuff? I think it's cute.
You see pictures, you hear
Nice.
stories.
Like, listen, I would go. It's an excuse not to be at work.
Well, that's true.
Listen, kid stuff. I've had a number, what I
That's
realized
this excuse.
That's the bitch. Like I get into work at like 2 o'clock on those days. You're there for a half hour, 9 to 9:30, and then I get into work at 2 o'clock.
you do know the letters WFH, Danny. Work from home.
Yeah, but working from home doesn't exist with toddlers.
What do you do?
Like Cody, I can't work from home with Cody.
Well, aren't they in
He's
school?
all looking at my
No,
shit.
but are they?
Cody's not.
Oh, you still have the okay.
Yeah.
No, mine.
And
So
even if they were in school, they would get home by 2:30, 3 o'clock.
you play dates.
Still 3 hours in the school.
No, you don't put them in play
Play
dates.
dates.
It's a working.
You play and you go to a room and shut the door. I had to work.
Yeah.
I did a WFH day
mastered
yesterday.
Work from home yet. I haven't mastered it yet.
So it's interesting because I think I probably would have argued the same thing a couple years ago when they were younger. Now,
It's tougher.
now, so I.
That was like I always tell the story. I don't know if I told it on the podcast. If I did, apologies for telling it again, but I'm going to tell it. When I was working from home, and Brady was probably about like 2 years old, and he went through a phase where he liked to eat dog food, and I'm on a conference. Yeah. So I'm on I don't know. I'm on a conference call, and I thought
Can we just pause on this for a second?
Yeah.
It's not like he tried dog food.
No, he would
You're
always
actually
sneak it.
saying your
How
son.
does he like it though?
I don't know. It must have been like super salty or something like that, oily and salty.
How
And
did
I
he
think he
wait,
also liked
out
the
of the
fact
bowl?
that like it would drive me crazy. I'm like, Brady, you can't do that. And he's like looking at me.
Yeah.
You know,
Did he get it out of the bag? Like, was
No,
he
out of
going
the
to the
dog's
snack
bowl.
drawer?
because my dog doesn't eat all his food all at once. He eats at his leisure.
Ah,
Yeah.
That's dog
that is pretty
training. Like,
Yeah.
It's probably
not
it's so intense, the flavor.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was on a conference call.
Disgusting.
I was on a conference call, and I go, Brady, stop eating the fucking dog food. And then the call just went silent. And I was like, hello? Is everyone still on? And they go, yeah, Danny, everything okay? And I was like, yeah, what's up? And they're like, no, it just sounds like, I was like, was I not on mute? And they were like, no, you were not. And I was like, got it. I was like, well, and I had to explain to them that Brady
Was the clue that you're not on mute when you got back to your phone? You're like, hey, is anybody there?
No, well, I like went to press mute, and I was like, oh, and I was like, oh shit, and I was like, let me just see if they heard.
Yeah, they're probably all in shock and like, can somebody
Yeah, so
fire
they were
him?
like, they were like, do you
protective
need,
services.
they were like, do you need to go? And I was like, nope, fix the problem, put the dog food away, we're good to go. I was like, anyway, where were we?
Well, they
Second
either-
quarter.
Yeah, we feed him twice a day.
Correct. Well, and
Two birds, one stone.
unless they also
So then
were
they-
yelling at your dog for eating its
No,
own food.
yeah. So then-
like,
so
this
then-
guy's either torturing his own dog or
Yeah.
his son's a lunatic.
So after a little while, then Mary Jane comes home from work one day, and I just hear her in the other room. She goes, "This sucks." And I go, "What happened?" She goes, "Well, I had to try the dog food, see what all the fuss was about." I was like, "Mary Jane, come on."
Oh.
Oh.
And
She goes, this is awful.
But I'm also guessing you guys haven't been purchasing like super organic human food that is disguised as dog food. Because there are dog food
No,
companies
it's like-
out you can eat like
It's like pellets.
yeah, you're buying
It's like
like
dog food.
Right.
what brand
Royal
of
Canin.
dog?
So
Oh,
fancy.
so that's we have Royal Canin in our house as well. That's the top shelf.
Is it?
Veterinarian
Look at you
veterinarian
guys.
approved.
Yeah,
You're
when we,
not gonna
got,
serve.
of the shitty shelf.
And at the
When
top of
we
the
got-
shitty process.
when we got Brady Bodie, our dog, that was the dog food that they recommended and gave to us.
Our
So
breeder,
we're just keeping it. The breeder, yeah.
our breeder recommended us going to a butcher in 45 minutes from our house in like Comac to buy chopped like
You're like, I don't even do
ham
that for
and liver or
myself.
something. She was like, I've had him for, I guess she had him like 3 months or 2 months before he picked him up. He's like, he's been exclusively eating this mix of lamb and beef, and I was like, that's gonna be ending.
Yeah.
I was like,
Go
he's
figure it out.
going to
Kidding
dog
me?
food. I'm not like he's not eating better than me.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? These people are crazy. Nuts. So
The dog doesn't know the difference between like really good food and what they eat every day.